Welcome, beautiful people. This is Alfred Cyril with Apex Fingers online guitar lessons. Okay, and straight to the lesson. Today we'll be talking about the key of C, chords in the key of C. In the previous lesson we talked about the C major scale. Yeah, so these are just notes moving in ascending and descending order. That's your C major scale. So today we'll be talking about the key of C properly, but we're talking about the chords in the key of C. Okay, C is actually a beginner's key. So let's go straight to the key of C. The first chord that I'll be showing you in the key of C is your C major. Your C major. Okay, so how do you play your C major? It's simply placing your index finger, that's your first finger, the first fret of the second string, not the first fret of the second string, that's your B string, and then you have your middle finger at the second fret of the fourth string. Then you have your ring finger, the third fret of the fifth string. So you have this. That's your C major. Then you play your C major chord. Okay, yeah, let me continue. I went to check, I think the flash off, so I needed to check. Okay, that's your C major chord, and then the next chord I will show you is a D minor chord. A D minor chord, but still in the key of C. A D minor, and that's the second chord in the key of C, a D minor. Your one chord, your two chord. So how do we play your two chord? It's simply placing your first finger at the first fret of the first string, second finger at the second fret of the third string, and then your third finger at the third fret of the second string. So you have your D minor. D minor. And then your next chord is E minor. So we have C major, D minor, and then your E minor, which is Mi, and is the third chord in the key of C. So how do we play your E minor? It's simply your second finger at the second fret of the fifth string, and then your ring finger at the same fret of the fourth string. So your E minor. Then the fourth chord is your F major, which is your Fa in the key of C. Okay, so you use this index finger to bar the first and the second frets, and then your middle finger goes up to the second fret of the third string, and then your ring finger goes on to the 3rd fret of the 4th string. So you have your F. Your F. Okay, the truth is that this F chord, it will take time for you to learn, but don't stop. It will take time, but don't stop, and just be consistent. Okay, this is your F, and then the next chord is your G chord, your G. So, and it's the 5th chord in the key of C. It's a G major chord. That's your song. Okay, so your second finger, the 2nd fret of the 5th string, your first finger, your ring finger at the 3rd fret of the 6th string, that's your thickest E string, and then your pinky or your little finger at the 3rd fret of the 1st string. Okay. So that's your G major chord. And then you have your 6th chord. Your 6th chord in the key of C is La, and La is an A minor chord. So your pointer finger, that's your pinky, your index finger, goes on the 1st fret of the 2nd string, and then you have your middle finger at the 2nd fret of the 4th string, and then your middle finger, your ring finger at the 2nd fret of the 3rd string. So this is your A minor chord. A minor chord. Okay. And then the final chord that we'll be looking at is your T. That's the 7th chord in the key of C. And in any key, the 7th chord is always a diminished chord. A diminished chord. So how do you play the B diminished chord now? So you have this. You see, just hitting this middle set of string. That's your 5th, your 4th, your 3rd, and your 2nd. But this is the positioning. It's placing this finger, that's your pointer finger, at the 2nd fret of the 5th string, and then placing your ring finger now at the 3rd fret of the 4th string, then placing your middle finger at the 2nd fret of the 3rd string, and then you have your pinky here. This is a D note. So you have your B diminished chord. Yeah, so that's your T. And then back to your C major. So what are the chords again? You have your C major, D minor, E minor, F major, G major, your A major, A minor chord, B diminished chord, and then back to your C. Okay. So that's all for your beginner chords in the key of C. Go over the lesson as many times as possible, and take your time to get each chord, especially if you're just a beginner. Just take your time to place your hand on the chords, and you will eventually get the chord. Okay, this is Apex Fingers online guitar lesson, and don't forget to subscribe for more videos, and you could turn on the notification bell so you get notified whenever we upload videos like this, so you could learn. Do have a beautiful time ahead of you. I'll see you in the next lesson.